Hey everybody, I gonna go ahead and make up some chicken legs in a crock pot so that we can have some supper later on tonight. My recipe had called for chicken thighs. I could not find any the other day when I went, so chicken legs it is. Bone in, not bone out, which is going to take quite a bit longer to cook. So I'm actually going to do mine on high heat for a shorter amount of time because that bone takes a lot longer to cook. So I'm also deviating from my recipe that I found online because I do not have Italian herbs, and I'm not going to make up Italian herb spices, even though I could, technically could, but I'm not because I don't have 3/4 of the stuff to make Italian seasoning. So I'm just diving right in. So I already put my chicken legs in my crock pot. It called for 6 to 8. I think there's 7 in there, something like that. Whatever fits, whatever you want to do. I single layered them. Probably if you had a great big family and you wanted to, you could probably double layer them, but I didn't do that either. So I'm going to start by zesting a lemon. It calls for half of a lemon zest. I'm actually going to do the whole thing. Oh yes, I've been down this trail before. I'm actually going to do the bigger zest rather than the smaller zest. So I'm just taking my cheese grater and using my little zesting edge. So I'm going to get all that done. We'll be right back. Okay, we have our lemon all grated, and because I just made my chicken broth, because I make mine from the powder, I don't usually keep a box handy. I just usually use the powder, and I can do what however much I need at the time, and then I don't worry about it going bad. So in a minute, we're going to add this zest into the chicken broth, but I'm going to squeeze this lemon first. And remember, the trick to getting a lot of juice out of your lemon is to kind of roll it around your counter and press on it and soften it up. I just have found that it gets a lot more juice out of it that way than just to squeeze it right from the get-go. I happen to get one of those that doesn't have hardly any seeds in it, so that'll make it handy. And then the rest of this lemon will go in my garbage disposal and freshen that right up too, which is always a nice benefit to doing your own lemons. If you don't want to squeeze the lemons and do this, you can always use lemon juice out of the jug. Oh, there's a little seed in there. Clean that out before I put that in my disposal. I don't really know how much trouble that would cause me, but probably enough I don't want to find out. This is definitely one of the more juicier of lemons. I'm now smelling and feeling like a lemon. Get some of that pulp in there too, because that can't do anything but help us. Alrighty. Alright, I'm going to add this in here. As I get lemon pulp everywhere. And I'll stir it really well with my knife here. Get really technical. Alright, I'm just going to pour this over my chicken because I do not have the Italian seasonings. I chose just to go the cheap, easy way out, and I'm going to use the Montreal chicken seasoning, which really it has basically everything in here that the Italian seasoning has. Well, maybe not everything, but quite a lot of it anyhow. And I'm just going to give this a very generous shake because I would like this to be well seasoned and well flavored when it's done. And I'm going to go ahead and flip these over, each and every one of them. And I'm going to put some more seasoning on. And then we'll do our next step here. Pretty much, I would think you can use whatever flavorings you want to. If you don't like lemon on your chicken at all, feel free to leave it off. It's not a big deal. Now we're going to take a stick of butter, half a cup, and I'm going to chunk it up and pop it on top of the chicken legs in here. And then we're going to add some garlic to that here in just a minute. And then later on what I will do is I will cook some rice to go with this because my son loves the rice dishes, so that will be his side for this. And that'll be fine. The nice thing to this too is that now we'll have should have some leftovers because these are some pretty sizable chicken legs this time. Sometimes you go to the store and they're kind of puny, and this time it looks like they've been working out and exercising well. So I'm not spreading it out or anything. The heat will melt it and distribute it, hopefully allowing it to soak into the chicken a little bit as it goes. And then it called for 4 cloves of garlic, and again, I could mince my garlic myself, but I could also cheat and just use my already minced garlic that comes in the jar, so I did. Just kind of spreading that and sharing the wealth here. So for this, 1 teaspoon of minced garlic in a jar says it equals 1 to 2 cloves of garlic if you're doing it yourself. So just keep that in mind. Whatever you'd like to do is fine. Garlic is just good for us and tastes good, so why not? All right, I am going to pop this into the crock pot. I'm going to leave it for, the boneless calls for, make sure here. Yes, boneless calls for cooking it on low for 6 to 8 hours. This is bone in, and I'm going to cook it on high for probably 4 to 5 hours. That may or may not be enough. I'll let you know when we come back. Okay, everybody, this is our crock pot chicken legs, and bone in, not boneless. I put them on high for about 2.5 hours and low for the last 2, and they look fabulous. They smell terrific. So hopefully they taste as good as they look. So this is really hot. I just took it off the oven. Hope you can see that okay. I'm just gonna pull these puppies out, then put on this platter here. Oh yeah, falling right off of the bone already, or trying to, so whoop, and there it goes. Off the bone indeed. Definitely cooked long enough. Finished product. Looks fantastic to me. We're gonna let these cool just a little bit before I attempt to bite here, and then we'll see what we think. We're gonna dive into this bad boy here. This fall off the bone chicken. Oh my gosh, it looks so tender and it smells so good. Definitely cooked just right. Get that little bone out of there. This is the first time I've ever made this recipe, and even though it's not exactly how they had it, I bet it's going to be just perfect. That is really, really, really good. It is so tender. It is so moist. It is literally fall right off the bone. And the flavor, I think, is really, really good. it would be nice to have some kind of a side with this probably. But in my world right now, I'm not, because I'm doing carnivore. So meat it is. So I'm really glad this is moist and delicious, and little buttery in there too with our butter that we added on top. That'll make a fine piece of chicken to dive into. So enjoy.